Let's take a look at inputting data into our TI-83, TI-84. Okay, so I'm going to put in the numbers 7, 3, 10, 25, and 31. Okay, so I'm going to press my Stat button. You see I'm under the Edit menu and Edit selected, so I go ahead and press Enter on Edit. Now you may or may not have the numbers here. If you do have numbers, just press Delete on each one to delete it. Like that. Now input new numbers in. You do 7, enter, 3, enter. So you type in each number pressing enter after it. 10, enter. 25, enter. 31, enter. And if you mistype any of them, you just use your up arrow key to highlight whichever one you mistyped, and you just retype it. Actually, let's see, I screwed up here. I don't want 10 there. I really want 12. Well, I again use my arrow keys to go up and highlight the one I want to overwrite, and I want 12 there instead of 10. So let me type in 12 and press enter, and it'll replace with a new value. And actually, I screwed up here. I want 18 here between the 7 and the 3. Well, I go to where I want to insert it, so I go up to the 3, and you see above the delete key says INS, so I'm going to do a second delete, and that'll insert an entry there. And let's put 18 there. So I'll type in 18 and press enter. Okay, screwed up again. I don't really want 25 here. I want that one gone. Well, I'll come down to 25. And where have I seen this? You just press your delete key and that'll delete it out. Okay, so that shows you all of your basics. That shows you entering your numbers, inserting, deleting, and changing. Well, let's say I want these in order from smallest to largest. And I screwed up again. I want them in smallest from largest. Well, I need to exit out. After you're done inputting your numbers, you can always exit out of anything, actually, by doing second mode. Okay, now let's go back in. I go into Stat, and I go into Edit, or, sorry, don't go into Edit. So if you did second mode and then press your Stat button again, we want to go down to Sort A. That's a sort of ascending. That's from smallest to largest. Now Sort D would be sort descending from largest to smallest, but I want Sort A. Now you have to tell it what do you want to sort. We put our numbers into L1. You see above the 1 key, it says L1. Above the 2 is L2. Above the 3 is L3. All the way up to the 6, which is L6. To get to the L1, I'm going to press my second key and then the number 1. And that'll put L1 on there. Now you can put a closing parentheses if you want. The TI-83, TI-84 is very forgiving about them at the very end. And push enter. Doesn't do anything exciting. Comes back and tells you done. But now if I go back into my Stat and go back in my Edit, I see my numbers are from smallest to largest. Okay, well, I really didn't want those numbers in there. Let's see how to clear a list out. One way you could do it is press delete over and over until they're all gone. But let me show you a couple other ways. I'll do second delete, and let me clear out that screen there. Now if I go back into Stat, you see the fourth one is clear list. So I'm going to down arrow to clear list and press enter on it, or you can press the number 4 that's in front of it and it'll do the down arrow and enter for you. Now after I do clear list, I want to tell it which list do I want to clear, so I do second 1, put on that, and then push enter, and it'll say done. Well, now if I go into Stat and go into Edit, you see my data's gone. Well, let's put data back in there. So I do 3 enter, some other number. It doesn't matter what numbers you put in. Okay, so we got our list again. Another way to clear out this list, and this is one I like. It's kind of dangerous though, and I'll show why here in a little bit. If while I'm in list mode, if I want to clear out these numbers, if I up arrow and highlight L1 and press my clear key and then push enter, it'll clear out the list very fast. I don't have to exit out and go through all that. I can just clear it right there. Okay, so why is it dangerous? If I do 5, 6, 7, some other numbers, doesn't matter what you put in. I go up thinking, okay, I want to clear this out. And I would encourage you to actually delete your list out here and do what I'm doing, so you can see how to re-add it back in. Because it's at some point during the semester, you'll probably delete the list. Well, if I got L1 highlighted and I press the delete key, instead of clearing out the list, let me do a down arrow so you can see it. Instead of clearing out the list, it deletes it. And you don't really notice it. You're putting your numbers in L2 and you're getting bad results. Because a lot of the functions assume you put your data into L1. Well, if you come back in, let me clear all this out so you can see all the buttons. If I want to insert list 1, what I'm going to do is up arrow, highlight L2, do a second delete. That'll insert a list in, and then you do second 1 to put L1 there, and push enter. And that's how you add L1 back in. Now you can do the same for any of the other lists you accidentally delete, but that's how you add in a delete list. And again, I'll do a second mode to exit out once I'm done editing. And that's your basic list manipulation functions you have, and data entry options also.